Look, we're in a swarm of spiders. So a few weeks ago, Miriam sends me an email about an upcoming spider ride being put together by the Am Spyder Riders of Virginia. With the exception of the Maggie Valley Spider event, we have yet to participate in any type of group ride. I've been looking forward to it since we started spidering. This was a great opportunity, so we decided to partake. You would think there's some sort of spider event going on or something. Miriam and John?
Russell?
Why to meet you?
I take pictures if you want any.
Okay.
Oh.
Email me.
We take video.
So is Lawrence here? Nice. Thanks for organizing this.
Yeah, we tried a couple of weeks ago. We got turned around in Deadcat County. And so they said open up yesterday, so this will be good.
Yeah. We couldn't ask for a nicer day.
Although I never really counted, I think we had about 18 spiders in our group, along with a couple of two-wheelers. Look, we're in a swarm of spiders. We're at number 12 in the spider line. I think there's at least another 12 behind us. We're getting ready to cross into North Carolina. This group tried to do a ride down here last week, and they found that the state was closed, that they actually closed the road because of the coronavirus. State's opened up, and so it's the first time out of the area for many of us in a long time. We are now in North Carolina.
You know, my backseat reflection this morning is, it's a great day to be alive. You know, and I'm just thinking how blessed we are to live in such a beautiful area. I can't tell you how many times I've driven to the Outer Banks, but I usually take the main highway. So today we're taking a back road, and it's just gorgeous. It's agricultural land, just beautiful homes, modest homes, open space, green, smells like spring. It's just a delightful sensory experience. Just feel thankful, grateful to be alive. You know, and really have a sense that it's not so much the destination today, it's the journey, and that should be our mindset every day. I guess it's good to have that realization, at least in the moment. It's just kind of cool, the folks that have stood outside in their yards and waved at us this morning. It's just kind of neat. That looks like fun. It's quite a machine. I think that's the Currituck Sound off to the left there. Pretty homes.
We were anxious to get started, and some of our folks actually came from the Charlottesville area, and so they needed to make an early stop to get some fuel. After a quick stretch of our legs, we're off again, heading southbound on 168. I switched out of my summertime long finger gloves to my old standby short finger gloves. I find that they are more comfortable and more operational. That's the good word. I can actually manipulate all my devices much easier. I just can't seem to do it through my gloves, especially when you got touch screens and iPods and such.
And here we are on the Wright Memorial Bridge into Kitty Hawk. We were wondering how heavy the traffic would be. This is just the second day since North Carolina has opened up, and it hasn't been bad at all.
Lunch, had a little picnic lunch. Try to all gather under the picnic table, yet keep social distancing and wear a mask while you're eating. Yeah, it was tricky. The group is going to go down to Manio, across the causeway, and then make a stop for fuel. Some folks need fuel. We're going to stop and get a cold drink, and then we're going to do an about face. The rest of the crew is going to go on for another quite a few miles, and we're going to just do a U-turn and take the ferry and head home. We're taking some of the side roads to drive down the Outer Banks, and out there is the Atlantic Ocean. So we're down in the Nags Head area of North Carolina, just south of Kitty Hawk. You know, the place where they invented the airplane. And we're heading towards Dare County, which is also known as Roanoke Island. If you recall from your grade school history books, this is where Sir Walter Raleigh, and by the way, the town of Raleigh, just a few miles west, is named after him, first landed in 1585 to attempt the first permanent settlement of a British colony in the New World. The next year, he decided to take the ships back to England for more supplies, leaving the colony in place, and did not return till the next year, where he found the settlement abandoned. And the only clue was the word Croatan, carved into a tree trunk. The Croatan was the name of the local indigenous population. To this day, the fate of the 120 estimated colonists remains unknown, thus named the Lost Colony.
The last time we were here, we were back in August for my mom and dad's 65th wedding anniversary. So much has happened since then. Seems like a long, long time ago.
Yep. There are sand dunes off to our left, all the way down this strip of roadway, and the beach is also on the other side. The dunes are not natural. They were created. Originally, they had a problem with storm surges and winds and freak tides, where the waves would, in certain cases, would just come ashore and just keep on washing all the way across the Outer Banks into the Albemarle Sound. It'd be a wash. The Wright brothers encountered that when they were down here working on trying to invent the airplane. And somewhere along the line, somebody got an idea of putting sand fences down. You can still see modern versions of the sand fences still up there to keep the sand dunes up. It keeps the water and wind in check to sort of control flooding. But during tropical storms, large gaps of it gets washed away, and the sand dune gets pushed onto the road, and just makes a general mess.
There's a yummy, yummy restaurant, Ocean Boulevard. That was where we had my parents' anniversary dinner last year. And back in 2004 when we were celebrating their 50th. This is Jockey's Ridge. Sometimes you'll see people hang gliding off these sand dunes. I'm not sure that's back up and running yet because of the pandemic. There's also a state park back in there that's kind of cool to explore. John and I hiked that one year. Really enjoyed it. Part of it wooded and part of it sand dunes. Our group got separated by the traffic light, but it's amazing how well we've done today staying together. Lawrence really does a nice job keeping the group corralled. Oh, an osprey nest. Looks like somebody might be home.
We reach our next fueling stop for other folks to get gas. I really like the number of breaks and how they're spread out, giving us all a chance to stretch our legs a bit. The group is going to continue on west towards Edenton, North Carolina, and Miriam and I are going to head back north and hopefully catch the ferry across the Sound.
Ferry not operating.
Regrettably, we found the ferry closed. Well, it looks like we're going to be heading back the long way up Route 168 back into Chesapeake. But we did discover an eating establishment right next to the ferry slip, which gives us another excuse to come back over here sometime. So until next time, we appreciate you guys watching. Take care.